All right.
That kid.
Let's go on to Amanda. How you doing?
Hi, Ashley. Hi,
Hello.
Jeff.
Hi, Amanda.
I'd like to counter one of the things that was said earlier, that atheists don't believe in other things. I've been with the ACA a long time, and I've never met so many believers in ghosts, pet psychics, UFOs. It's
Really?
Among the
only
ACA
qualification
members?
for being an atheist is you don't happen to believe in a God.
No, that's true.
That's true.
So
Yes.
the
I
idea
think
that
Ashley
we're
earlier
stuffy
said
and
we don't believe
unwilling
in-
to believe and cold-hearted,
Yeah.
caca.
When-
I've never met so many people willing to go out of their way to try to believe things.
Well, to research and study and look into things. I've seen a lot of ACA members that look into, paranormal things just in general.
Yeah.
To find out, are they true or not, and they read articles and studies and blah, blah, blah. I haven't met too many people who actually believe in those things and say that UFOs are real and it really
but
is
she's
Sasquatch.
right. But she is exactly right. Atheism is only about not believing
God.
in gods. Yeah. It has nothing to do with not believing in other stuff.
Exactly.
That's true.
So I'd like to offer some advice to atheists and theists alike. When you're deciding what to believe, and my tip for the year is to separate the science from the pseudoscience. The study you cited earlier sounds like pseudoscience, and the two things that make it pseudoscience-y, the first one is the lack of a causal link. When you make an assertion in science that A causes B, you're not just bound to prove that A really does cause B. You also have to say how. So if you say there's a soul or that prayer leads to insemination, you also have to say, how does it do that?
Yeah.
No matter how subtle the supernatural effect is, somewhere along the way it pokes its nose into reality.
Well, it's God.
If it doesn't poke its way into reality in a reliable way,
Yeah.
it's a meaningless assertion. You might as well postulate that waves from Sirius are causing pregnancy. If you can't isolate how and why that happens, you don't have science.
Right.
Yeah.
The second thing that's missing is disproof of your rivals. There are lots of studies out there that say, no, prayer has no effect. And a scientific study that's peer-reviewed is obligated by the philosophy of science to say, okay, this other study over here that's gained some merit, here's how they probably got it wrong. This
Right.
other study here, here's where they went wrong.
Yes, and in this article, all the talk about flaws in the methodology, that is scientists coming back, looking at that study and saying, but wait, you claim that this proves that praying for women getting in vitro fertilization improves their chances of conception, but there are all these flaws in the way that you're compiling and analyzing your numbers.
Right.
Yeah.
So when somebody says something like, astrology is real, and here's the statistics that you get more doctors born under the sign of Aries, for example,
Why?
you've got to say, how is it happening? Is it gravity? Is it bubo waves? And if it is bubo waves, you've got to explain not only how to detect bubo waves and how you prove there are bubo waves, you've got to explain by the thousands of other physicists out there somehow overlooked it.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Science is actually hard.
That's all I wanted to say. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling. The content of this video is produced by the Atheist Community of Austin, a nonprofit educational organization promoting positive atheism and the separation of church and state. If you enjoyed this content and are willing and able to provide a donation, please visit the website below.